Hello, sunshine. This is Shauna, also known as Creative Stitching Diva, and you are listening to Chronicles of a Crochet Diva podcast. Enjoy. Hello. How art thou, sunshine? How are you? How was your week? How was your Saturday? How was your weekend? How is all of that good stuff? I had one of the most, I don't even know, one of the most craziest weeks ever. Like, yeah, crazy. Crazy. So, um, I tried to get some things done that I couldn't get done in a long time, and I finally was able to do that. I'm on the grind with that. I'm so excited. And I got my website finally, because I literally had to teach myself coding. Like, why would I do that? But I decided to do it because I'm diva. I have to do things the way I need it to be done. So I had no other choice but to learn how to do that. How to do my own plugins. How was I able to add this and add that? Yeah, I think I did it. I was able to master it, and I'm so proud of myself. I took a class. I'm almost finished with school. Like, I was doing the damn thing and didn't tell anybody. Yeah, that's how you do it. That's how you move. You move the way you need to move, but move in silence. And then when things start getting great and you finish and you wrapped it all up, then you start telling the world, because I learned that when you tell everybody, there's not a lot of people who's on your side, and they tend to say things and do things to stop you. So I'm about to finish skills, so I'm excited about that. And while I was doing that, I was revamping my book, revamping my ebook, and and listening to everyone and their questions and the feedback, and it was actually mind blowing, because everyone is asking about the same questions with the ebook, the how to graph with PC Stitch. But the thing about it is, even though I'm showing how to use PC Stitch, you could use it with anything. Um, you could use it with anything, whether it's Mac Stitch, because I realized Mac Stitch and PC Stitch is almost the same. I had to look that up for myself. And then like Stitch Fiddle, even though those other softwares do not do everything that PC Stitch does, you're still able to do it. So if you want to do a simple graph, like, the sky is the limit. Anything you want to do, you can do it. You can do it. So that's what I did this weekend, well, this past week. And with the ebook, I'm still getting a lot of questions from people who have it and people who don't have it. So I said I wasn't going to do any more questions if you're not a diva in a diva squad, because it's not fair to the diva squad. But then I thought about it. How the hell you selling these books then, diva? Like, how you gonna sell the books if you don't answer the questions? So that's what this is for. I'm gonna answer the questions, and to be honest with you, there are some questions that are very, like, good questions, like questions that I probably would have never thought of if um because I'm on this side and you guys on that side. So the questions are like good questions for me to answer in this type of setting without being overwhelmed. And it could be for anyone who wants to do a really simple thing. I'm sorry, I'm doing the whole two computer thing again. And I have my cell phone. So you're gonna get my cell phone too, because I'm gonna show you everything. Okay? I'm gonna show you everything. Uh Yeah, so with me showing you everything, I'm gonna need my cell phone. So I use what is it? Photoshop. A lot of times when I am given an image that needs my attention, if I need to edit it, if I need to do anything, if you tell me you need to divatize, you could be like, divatize it. I will take it to Photoshop and Photoshop whatever I need to Photoshop. The thing is, you don't need Photoshop. I just use it because it's easy for me. Because that's what I used all the time in the past. I'm a old schooler when it comes to Photoshop. I took classes and stuff. So that $600 class I'm gonna continue to use. So you could use whatever you want, but I'm gonna keep my Photoshop, and they update all the time. They also have something now where you could pay monthly. So, that's something you could look into as well. But what I have on my phone is other apps that I can use, and I'm going to show you how I would use that app to help me with my graphing needs. So, it's not just about me uploading an image into PC Stitch. I don't do that. That's just too simple. It's not about that. It's more so about me creating an image, and I might have to do that before I even upload it into PC Stitch. So that's sometimes how you may see an image and you like, how does she do that? That's because I would do it on Photoshop or whatever I would use it on, and then I will upload it. Or in my brain, I might do things little by little. So I might do like the main image, and then after the main image, after I finish graphing that, I will graph, other components and then put them all together. That is exactly what some of you may have seen if you watched any of my previous graphing videos. That's what I do a lot. Just, I would graph them and then put them all together. Whatever is easy for me, whatever is the best solution, because I use it as a problem solving thing. I feel like I'm solving this problem. This person wants this image on this, and to make it into this really, 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 really detailed um image and make it on this graph that they want like this size, I have to problem solve. And so throughout the years, I kind of sort of found ways of problem solving without having to say I give up, because I don't give up. I keep going, and I just try to find ways of getting it done without having to give up on it and try something else. So that's how I'm able to do it. Now there are images that is just too much. Now, I'm not going to ever say I can't do an image, but majority of the images that are given to me, I can do. There are just some that are so difficult that it's not worth me doing it. So if you do see me say, I can't do it, a lot of times it's because I really can't do it, or it's because it's not worth it. It's not worth it. I could be sitting here for hours and hours and hours every day for the next 7 days trying to complete this. And to get $8 is a slap on the wrist. It's a slap in the face, to be honest with you. This is a pimp slap, because you're literally doing all this work in front of the computer. So imagine, and this is, I have to stress this because a lot of people want to graph. I don't know if you want to do it for a business or if you just want to do it to make your own. I don't know, but I don't think anyone takes into consideration the time. It's not just entering in the software and it spits out. Now, if that's what you want to do, then go ahead with your unconnected lines and blurry image. That's fine with me. But I can't do that. I need to make sure that my lines are bold, you can see them, and that the image that you're looking at is clean and clear and crisp. The quality is on point. You can't do that if you just enter it in the software and then let it spit out something. You have to do some type of cleaning up, because an image is not at all supposed to be graphed so you could crochet. It's not. They are not creating images for us to crochet. So they're not pixelized already for us. We have to make it that way. And so that's what I spent the last 8 years of my life trying to figure out. How can I do this? How can I make this easier for myself and for others to do this? And so I'm going to give you guys a sample. I'm going to work on in actual order. I'm going to work on that order live because I want you to see how tedious this can be, but using all components of whatever I'm going to use, it can be done. The thing is, your will. Do you really want to use it? Do you really want to do this? Do you, because you need patience? Is this something that you want to do for a business, or is this something? Because if you're going to do it at a business, I suggest you join the Diva Squad, as well as buying the ebook and get all of your learnings. Because if you want to do it as a business, you don't want those customers who come to me saying, I just bought this graph. I can't stand it. I'm pissed. Can you do it over? And I get that all the time. It's to the point where I am overwhelmed. I am very busy because I get a lot of people asking, can I do this? Can I do that? There's some people who won't do it. There's some people who can't do it. But you have me who do it and make it work. So that is what I'm here for. Miss B. Oh, I actually got that. Miss B. How art thou? All you have to do is click join. So where you see the subscribe button there, right next to it is the join button. And the join button is going to have different levels of membership. You could be on any level of membership. The only one that I do actual like you get actual access to my videos that no one has access to is the Graph Like a Diva Squad, which is the one all the way at the bottom, as well as if anyone need any questions, anyone need me, because some of them hit me up privately and ask me for like one-on-ones. I do that only for that Diva Squad, only for that membership. Other than that, the other ones are just mentors. Good evening. How art thou? All right, so I'm going to show you exactly what I do when I get a request. Okay? Exactly. From the beginning to the end. Because I need you to understand this ain't no joke. Like, this is something I've been doing for a long time. And I had to stop because it became overwhelming. But it's worth it. It's worth it. It's worth it. All right. So I'm also going to show you how not to get sued because I don't think you guys realize this is crazy. This is cray cray. How not to get sued. Um, Hold up. Is it there? Oh, come on. Disha, can you do me a favor? If Shay didn't get a chance to put it, can you do it for me? I don't think she well. If she's not well, can you do it for me? The image, because I can't get it because I don't want no one to see our. That's the why I asked if it could be put in on my main page. If it's on my main page, I could put that on live. If you can, Disha. I'm sorry if you can't. So basically what I'm doing is getting the image that was requested. I didn't want to put my actual group on live because I didn't want to put, people names and stuff out there. So I wanted someone to send it to me through my live so you could see it. Because when I tell you I'm going to show you how I do this, I'm going to show you because you guys are asking. So if you want to do this, I'm going to show you. Are you home safe, Kimora? Are you home? Are you safe? It looks like you had a great time. I hope you had a great time at that purple store. Oh my gosh. I need to go there because I'm a purple type of girl. I love me some purple. I love me some purple so much that people figure it out. Like, what's your favorite color? They already know. Purple. Matter of fact, I should get my hair purple again. I should do that. All right. Disha, let me know when you're able to do that. In the meantime, let me get you started on the other one, right? So the image is a Mike Myers image. I guess this is a Halloween person. I don't know. But it's a Mike Myers image, and the person wanted me to do it, but she wanted me to add certain things to it that is not on there, or fix it or something like that. So I said, okay, sure, no problem. I ask a lot of questions. So if you commission me to do a graph, 9 times out of 10, I asked questions about who's it for, what do they like. So basically, I'm asking you a lot of questions, and you might think I'm being nosy. Nah, I'm not trying to send to messenger. No, send to my page. I actually sent my page to Messenger in the group, my business page. Send it to the business page so that I can do that live. I can't do it live if you're gonna send it to Messenger. You know what? Maybe I'm being a little bit too extra. Maybe I should just upload the damn image myself. Hold up. Did I send the image? I did. Duh. I did. I sure did. Whatever. But anyway, like I was saying, I'm gonna share my screen too. Holy crap, where is it? So I don't understand. Like, everything is going super duper slow. Yeah, everything is going like super duper slow. I hope I'm not going slow. On both computers, they're just going super duper slow. But so this image, like I said, was a Mike Myers image, and I believe she found it on Google. There's some watermarks on it, and I do not play with watermarks. 9 times out of 10, I don't tell you guys. I just go look for it, or if I don't look for it, I buy it, because you have to ask permission for that artist, especially when you have it on Etsy. Etsy don't play that. Somebody, they could sue you. They send you litigation emails and stuff like that. So I don't play with things like that at all. So if there's an image that you give me and it has a watermark on it, if I ask you for another image without the watermark, that's because I don't want to be sued, because I can be sued for doing that image and selling it, or I would just find it myself and purchase it. 9 times out of 10, I just purchase it. So that's why I went up on my prices last year or the year before that. That's why I went up on my prices, because I find myself purchasing the images a whole lot. Like, I have a whole entire library full of images because I have to keep myself protected. And what I do is I would put them all on a export spreadsheet. So the one that I just purchased, which is the Mike Myers that I purchased, I have to put that on a spreadsheet on the day that I purchased. Some artists put that you have a lifetime warranty, not warranty, a lifetime license, or if it's a limited license and it tells you you only have it for 6 months, or you can only create this amount of products and sell. You have to read the fine lines. And when I get to that point, I will put it on the spreadsheet and I would say, I bought Mike Myers on 10/3, and I would put that this is either a lifetime license or a temporary license. And I would put, if it's temporary, I would put I would it would expire on this date, or it would I will have to only sell maybe 200 grabs. So I'm good. I'm good. Like, for the next 10 years, I'm not going to sell 2,000 or 200 Mike Myers grabs. So I'm good. But this is the seriousness, and this is how long I've been doing this, to not play any games. So when I tell you I do this, I do this. Okay? I do this. I don't play games with this. So that's how I save myself. If I find art that I notice someone does, like if they're artists and they selling their illustrations or whatever, I will ask. Thank you, Deesh. Aleya. I will go ask them. I would say, is it okay if I use your art? A lot of times they say yes. A lot of times they say no. If I purchase it, I will add that to my list of my purchase items. Now, I don't tell this to a lot of people. It's a business thing, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't tell a lot of people my business. So, this is one of the things that was asked. They want to buy my book, my ebook, but they wanted to know if they decided to do X, Y, or Z, is it going to be are they gonna get what you call it? Are they going to get sued? So I said, you know what? Yeah, let me definitely add that to there. Okay, I got it. But I don't understand why it's showing me like this. Holy macaroni. Yo, last week a bunch of you sent me messages. I did not know. I so apologize. Holy crap. I did not know. I am so, so sorry. Wow. I feel so stupid now. I can't believe this. I'm seeing it now for the first time. That's because Facebook changed. They changed all this stuff. It's a business suite now. Like, what the heck? I don't know nothing about no business suite. All right. Let me share. I can't believe this. All this time, I'm thinking nobody loves me. Nobody loves me. But I see a lot of people love me. A lot. I have a lot. Okay. So this is what was given to me. I just had Disha send it to me. And listen, like I just mentioned, there is a watermark on there. Now, you can definitely go in there and take that off. You could do that. You could do that. Will I? Hell to the no. I'm not getting sued. No, 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 no. So, what I decided to do was buy the licenses. So now that's what I do. I buy the licenses. I will go to look it up. So I looked up what exactly it is, and um I decided, okay, I am going to purchase this. And that's what I did. I purchased it. I not only purchased it, this is one of those lifetime ones. So a lot of times there's a whole lot of them out there. So I would go look to see which one has the longer lifetime shelf, because there's a lot of these and it's different varieties of these too. A lot of times, not only do I do this, I also realized that A lot of other people is going to probably have this. A lot of other graphers are going to do the same exact thing, purchase it or just make it like that. Because there's some out there without any watermark. There are. But I just rather be on the safe side and purchase. So if somebody say that's my picture, I did that, I can say I bought the license. But you also have to be very, very, very careful because that person may have stolen it from some other person. And then that person may have stolen it from another person. So you have to be very careful with the licenses that you purchase. I suggest purchasing it from someone who's very reputable and make their own designs, not someone who is buying designs and selling them. Okay, that's an insider that I found. I found that there's so many people that's selling images, and they could be regular clip art, SVG files, PNG files, JPEG files, all of those different files. They're selling them, and they probably got it from someone else, and they just changed this or that around. But the best thing that I do is stick with the people who have the same exact um the same exact I'm gonna say following from the beginning all the way to the end. I've been following them for how many years? And yeah, I'm going to stick with them. I'm going to stick with the people who I've been following, and I know they actually know how to do graphic arts. They actually create them and everything. I'm going to stick with those people. So 9 times out of 10, I just go to them. And I have such a good relationship with some of them that I don't even have to worry about it. I could just purchase it, or if I need something specific, I would ask. So some of the things that they make, it may have been a collaboration between artists and myself, because I would say, I'm looking for this, but it doesn't have this on it. So if you see a lot of my little beauties, or if you see a lot of my the little beauties, the peekaboos and stuff like that, I collaborated with another artist just to say, can we do this? Can you make that? Because I'm not an artist. I don't know how to draw. I don't know how to draw. So that's what I did, and that's what you could do. So after I purchase it, and I'm gonna show you, because I don't want any issues, any problems. I'm gonna show you exactly what I did when I purchased it. Here we go. Because again, I do not play. Homie, don't play that. Here we go. This is it. So I downloaded it, I purchased it, and it gives you, like, your information and whatever. So this is what I'm going to add to my spreadsheet. And the spreadsheet is gonna say I purchased this, and I'm gonna go on here, look at the fine line, but I already know this artist. So I'm gonna go look at the fine line, and I'm going to say that I have to only I can have this up until I sold 200 or 250 products. So that means I will have to sell 200 or 250 graphs. And that's when my license will expire. I doubt very much I'm going to sell 200 Mike Myers graphs. So this might last me for a good while. All right. So once I do that, once I get that downloaded, I open the file, and when I open the file, I start to look at what I could do to change it. So like I said, the person who wanted it wanted me to add a name to it. The person who wanted me to keep just the tip, I promise, but they also wanted me to add a name to it. So me, I kind of sort of stare. I stare at it. I kind of look it up and down. I look at, okay, how am I going to do this? How am I going to add it? I don't want to take away from the actual art, but I do want to add, whatever I need to add. And so, I just kind of ponder with it for a little bit. And then I start downloading it and putting it into my Photoshop. And once I put it in my Photoshop, that's how I'll know, how I could play with it. A lot of times I don't know what I'm going to do with it until I get it in my hands. Once I get it in my hands and I look at it and I'm like, Photoshop, let's do what we do. Okay, let's make love today and let's do what we do. And that's what I do with Photoshop. And we make love and make babies. But I'm going to show you without Photoshop because Photoshop, everybody don't have, and it's a little bit of a lot to do. So I'm going to do it on an app that everyone should have. If you don't get it, PixArt, and you go right on your phone. So I'm about to do that with you. So I'm going to pull this up on my phone so you can see it. What I do for you guys, man. What I do, what I do, what I do. All right. So let me hook up my phone to you guys so you guys can see how I do this. Oh, it's not connected to the internet. Where is it? And as I go, you guys can ask as many questions as you want. I have no problem answering you guys. Just know that I can't do a whole lot of teaching, but I can definitely answer the best that I can. Viewer. Where is it? I just was on it. Why I can't find it? This is some bull. This is some bull. I just had it. I was on it right before I got on here. I just didn't want to keep it on. And then there it go. As soon as I put search. All right, here we go. 430-813. Okay. Allow. There we go. I got it. I got it. I got it. Start now. Here we go. Shauna Givens. All right. So, isn't this crazy? My actual cell phone is on here. All right. So, let me show you guys what I am looking at. My cell phone is on the screen. You see that? You see my cell phone? Girl, the crap we do, right? All right. So, don't Don't look at what I got on here, okay? Don't do it because you don't want me to. So I'm gonna go to PixArt. Now, I don't really use this, but I'm gonna show you guys how you can use it. Because this is for any simple thing. This would be nice if I get the actual image. Let me get the image out. I'm gonna send the image to myself. So I could actually go in here and get the image, but that means you guys are gonna see all my goody goods. I don't want you to see my goody goods. I don't want you seeing it. So I'm going to do it the hard way and send it to myself. But like I said, ask your questions because I know me when I be learning things. I ask a lot of questions. And I know when I do these workshops and stuff, I know they like this BI, especially the free ones. They like, you do know that there's an extension class. Yeah, but I signed up for this class. What you gonna do for me? What you gonna do for me? I ask a lot of questions. Sometimes I sit back and I watch, but A lot of times I do ask a lot of questions. Where is it? Oh, duh, I'm looking right at it. Okay. Okay. So this is what I do. I go up here and I click on this. This is what I click on. So this is the one that we're going to use to edit first. Now, just the tip, I promise, is what she want, but she also wants the name. So I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, how the hell am I gonna do that? Well, first of all, what I am going to do is take away the language, take away the not the language, take away the writing. So I'm going to go on remove. No, not remove. I'm sorry. Oh Lord, I don't want to do this. I want to go back to Photoshop. Let me see if person will work. I doubt it. Yeah, person didn't work. So basically, right now, I am just going over. I don't think you could see this part, but I'm basically taking my finger and I am highlighting the area with the red because this is the area that I am going to get rid of. Well, the one in the red is what I'm keeping, and the one that I am erasing the red off of is the one that I'm getting rid of. So basically, I'm getting rid of the writing, all of the writing. Girl, Linda, I talk too much for you to miss anything. I talk too much. I feel like you guys got to know everything. Like for me to like tell you bits and pieces of something, it's not fair. Um, so yeah, I feel like you should know everything. And all the way to where I had to explain, don't get yourself sued because I'm telling you, they be on it. There's some people who actually are going around looking for their art. They don't care if you're crocheting it. Because in the beginning, I used to be like, but I'm just crocheting it. Wouldn't you like me to crochet it? And then I get like, after a while, I thought about it like, stop being selfish, Shauna. Because if that was you, you would feel some type of way. At least ask for permission. Because a lot of artists want you to use it, but just ask for permission. And so when I sell it on Etsy, I also add, the artist to my description. You give them credit. And a lot of times because I have this type of relationship with them, a lot of times when they have something new, they'll show me before they show anyone else. So just having that connection with people helps a whole lot. It helps a whole lot. All right, so I'm going around until I can't go anymore. Okay, just making sure that everything is good. Okay, so now I'm going to look to make sure I got everything. Yeah, boy, I do. So, yeah, I got everything. I got rid of the lettering. So now I am going to get that. So this is what I'm going to use to start the graphing. That's what I'm going to use to start it. Now, I also have to take into consideration that this lady also wanted, I'm going to save that. So this lady also wanted the actual wording. So, hey boo.
Bow, bow, bow. Hello.
Hello, how art thou?
I'm here. I'm here. I'm great.
Okay. All right. So now that I got that, I am going to go back and I'm going to get that same thing. Actually, no, I'm not. At first, I was going to use it, but now that I'm thinking about it, I don't want to use the same
What
thing.
the hell did I say? Just the tip.
I don't want to use the same thing at all. I
That's funny.
was going to do it, but I decided not to. So I'm going to go back and just get a plain canvas. So I'm gonna just get a plain canvas, which is just a white background. Once I get the white background, I'm going to put exactly what she wanted me to put. What the hell did she want me to put? Just the tip?
Just the tip, I
Oh,
promise.
just the tip. That's a damn shame. Just the tip.
You know who would like that too?
Oh.
Good old Nat. Because she into that weird stuff. Them killers.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, shoot. Get her. Maybe I'll make it for her. All right. So what I have to do is
Don't forget the I promise.
no, I didn't forget it, but
Okay.
I have to do it step by step
Gotcha.
because she wants the name at the bottom. Well, she wants the name. She didn't say where. She just wants the name. And anybody would just add the name at the bottom, but Diva doesn't do it like that. Diva does it better, right? So I'm going to do that, just the tip, and I am going to bend it.
That's freaking dope.
I'm Diva, remember? So if I need to like measure it out or whatever, what I would do is I would go bring this back. I will go bring it back and put it up here so that I know that I'm doing it the size that I need to do it.
Can I ask you a crazy question?
What's that?
Do you have two spaces between the two T's?
Yep. Yep. I do. Um, just the tip. I promise. All right. So what I'm gonna do is I am going to do it like this, but I'm going to add I promise up there as well. Just the tip. I promise. I'm gonna add I promise to the bottom. Not to the bottom, to the middle, like that. Because I'm not gonna put the name that she wants, but I'm gonna put Mike just in case. I want to make sure that it looks good. So I'm gonna put Mike at the bottom because I want to make sure that this is gonna line up. So I don't have to do this a million and one times just to line it up when I graph it. So I'm going to do it like
If the knife was the eye, that would be cool.
that. If the knife was the what? A eye?
The eye, like it's the part of the eye.
Oh. Mm.
But I'm just a weirdo like that. So
Well, sometimes I do that when I create something. Like I will add part of the, but with this, I don't know if that's gonna work out because again, when I graph it, it's gonna probably be a little different. So I don't know if it didn't have to be bent. If it didn't have to have that curve, I probably will be able to get away with it. But being that I have to curve it, I'm not gonna be able to get away with it. So I'm going to spread it out a little bit because when you graph, you don't want it to touch. Each letter that touch is going to kind of sort of be touching, and then you're not gonna when you do a bending, it's gonna be very, 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 very hard to accomplish that. So I try not to have them touch, especially when I'm doing a curved word.
Goddess Crafts, which I is that Kimura?
Oh,
No, who's Goddess Crafts?
oh, that's your best friend,
Okay, um, huh?
your bestie.
Well, they're asking a question. How do you get the text to curve like that?
That's what I'm doing right now on this software.
I know. I was just reading the question.
Yeah, I'm using this software. That's why I'm showing this part first. I'm showing how I get to where I get to. I'm using this software. All
Mm,
right, so as you can see, it's just not it's not the way I like it, but this is why it takes me a long time to do certain items, certain graphs, because to get it the perfect way, man, Photoshop is so much easier because I can really rock it with Photoshop. Okay. I'm gonna leave it like this. I'm gonna leave it like this, but I'm also going to
that's Michael Myers, right?
yeah.
That's funny. Oh,
Okay. Just the tip. Come on, like this is getting on my nerves. It's hard to maneuver from the phone. This is why I like my Photoshop. It's hard to maneuver on the phone, but okay, here we go. Just the tip. Now, where is my mic? Okay. I like Photoshop better. I'm sorry. I am going to add mic right there. I'm gonna add it right there.
Girl, my eyes.
I know. I'm mad that I didn't bring my glasses. Now, I was gonna add something else to it, but I may still do that, but not on here. Yeah, I may still do it. I'm just not gonna do it on here. This is just for the customer. All right, so I don't need this. I just need that.
This right here is Photoshop, you say?
No, that Photoshop is what I use. I'm not using Photoshop because it's harder and some people don't know how to use it. So I'm using PixArt.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I missed that part. I wasn't here.
So I'm going to do two mics, one with the name missing and one without, not the name missing, but one with the part of the knife hanging out. I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna do another one without it. Okay. All right, so this is what I have. That and that. That's what I have. I'm gonna save that. And now it's time to get it on my PC Stitch. So I'm gonna get out of here and go to PC Stitch. Isn't it crazy? This is crazy, right? Like the stuff that I have to do to get this craziness done. That's why sometimes it takes forever for me to do it because it's not just putting it in and taking it out. It's not like that. And especially if you have me do a photo. When I do photos, oh, that takes even longer. And the one I'm doing now, it would be perfect example to use for this, like for tutorial purposes, but it's someone's personal image, so I can't use it. I could have asked her, but I didn't want to do that because that's her personal picture of someone of her loved one, so I didn't want to use it. But it would have been perfect for a tutorial. Perfect. All right, so I did that. Let me disconnect my cell phone so nothing pops up.
Well, while you're contemplating having this Coco Loco,
Oh wow, I guess she's the one I was talking about. She just sent me a message and I don't even look at my messages. I just so happen to be getting the photo I just downloaded. Really? You don't mind me using it? Oh, that is so nice. That's so nice of you. Aw. So it really is. It really is a great, great photo to use for a example because everyone wants to do a photo. So because everyone wants to do a photo, the photo becomes a focal part of my conversation and the reasons why I choose not to always do photos. It's just a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot that you have to deal with. So, a lot of times I just choose not to. But since she said it's okay, before I go back into mic, I'm gonna show you because I do not teach how to do photos, and this is why. Now we gonna thank Neat. I don't know if I'm saying your name right, but we're gonna thank you because I don't like showing anything for photos. I don't. It's just something I promised myself I would never, ever, ever do ever again. Okay. Let me stop it. Now let me get it. No, it wasn't yours, hon. It was uh someone else's. She actually just hit me up as I was on there. I actually saw it pop up as we was talking, but is this one. I could do yours too, but yours is black and white. Um Hers, I actually took this color and made it into black and white. Now, the reason why I say this is perfect example of how to create a photo is because I had to Photoshop the color. I had to Photoshop because if you could see this like shadows, I had to Photoshop that and take that out. And if I didn't take that out, when you put it through, a lot of people don't realize it. When you use like Stitch Fiddle or even PC Stitch, when you put it in, all of those shadows, all those shadows show up. So when it shows up, then you're wondering, well, why it looks like this? It doesn't look like the actual image. It does like all of that shows. So I had to Photoshop it so that you don't see the shadow. So it looks like the sun is in the background and the sun is shining on him, and this is a handsome guy, so the actual image looks good, but to graph it, you have to start narrowing it down. You have to take some of that away. So that's what I did, but I made sure I left it on his face. The reason why I left it on his face is because, and I'll show you in a few minutes, it shows like a brightness of his face on this side, and it basically shows the features of his face. So again, I am not an artist, but I love art. So I literally would sit down and I will watch artists drawing and teachers, professors like showing how they do their art. So when it comes to shadows and how you do curves, and like I love it and I watch it. So and then Photoshop, using Photoshop, how I do my graphic designing and stuff, that's what makes me good at what I do with this and doing photos because I look at this. I look at how am I going to create it and not take away the vital detail. And I see all the people who are graphing and who are using photos, and they're good, but they're not great. So if you're going to spend money on something that's good, spend it on someone who is going to use art to bring out your work. And like if you want to do it yourself. So like I said, this right here is I got rid of the background, and I also decided I wasn't going to keep the details in the shirt and stuff. I wasn't gonna do it, but then I decided to do it. I decided to leave it, and I'm gonna show you how that came about. So after I did all of that, um after I did all of that, right, I realized that I needed to make it black and white because she wanted it black and white. So this is how I had it in black and white. Now, when I look at this in black and white, I want to make sure that, first of all, I got rid of the background. That's number one. And number two, I'm making sure that I can actually do the lines and the curves. And because think about it, when you are graphing, those details are going to start disappearing because you're making it on a smaller scale. You're turning it into something that is going to be on a smaller scale, and it's going to be pixeled. So even though it's going to be like little tiny dots, because that's basically what I'm doing, I'm taking them little tiny dots to forming a image. I am still going to make sure that those details are there and make sure I do not have any unconnected lines. So that is the number one question. How can I not get unconnected lines? How can I not get unconnected lines? Or how can I fix the unconnected lines and still be able to keep my image in the detail? So with this was freaking perfect. His beard. Look at his beard, how perfect his beard is, right? So his beard is perfect and it has so many different colors in there. If I was to actually use his beard and keep it the way it is right then and there, you will have to crochet each dot, changing from like five different grays and blacks and five different grays and blacks and having to keep changing all those little random dots. And that is something that will be so freaking tedious that I'm like, no, we're not doing that. And plus, it has so many unconnected lines. Now, if you don't know what unconnected lines is, I'm going to tell you what unconnected lines are. Unconnected lines are lines that do not connect. So if you have a graph, and I will show you. If you have a graph that is like as soon as you put it in there, and say if you have an arm and the arm just has lines that's going in a line and they're not connecting, they're just probably like connecting from um maybe like the point, that will make your finalized crocheted project look blurry and blotchy. It will start to look like you skipped some details. It will look like you don't know what you're doing, even if you are a great crocheter, because nine times out of 10, a lot of the crocheters that I personally I personally know that are good crocheters, there's nothing wrong with them. It's just that if you have a bad graph, it's gonna look like a bad graph. It's gonna look bad. It's gonna look like you need help. So I'm trying to find the perfect. Oh, you know what? I know. I'm gonna use what Neek used. Uh and I'm going to show you. I can't believe I'm doing this. Can't believe I'm doing this because I said I wasn't gonna do this again. But I think that's her personally, Disha. Mm, okay, so I'm going to make this. You can't see this part because for some reason it's not gonna show you. I don't know why, but it doesn't show you. I think I need to do a tutorial for my Diva squads. I think I'm gonna do a tutorial for my Diva squads on just how to do the import wizard. Because if you could do a good import wizard, then everything else will be good. Import wizard is that, like, on any software, the little things that you have to answer, like how big you want it, how many colors you want it. If you could do that, like really well, that right there can help you a whole lot when it comes down to where did I go? Oh, I couldn't find me. I'm sorry. I couldn't find me. I lost me. All right, here we go. I lost me again. Here we go. All right, so now we're going on PC Stitch. Okay, so now unconnected lines are exactly what you're looking at. So if you went on, I keep mentioning Stitch Fiddle because there's a lot of people who love Stitch Fiddle, have no problems with Stitch Fiddle. And to be honest with you, I don't either. It's just not my cup of tea and it's not going to do what I need to do. So I don't want to keep bashing Stitch Fiddle. I'm not going to do that. It does what it do. I just can't, it's just not going to do what I need it to do. And if it does, it takes forever. I just mastered PC Stitch, and not only did I master it, this comes out way easier and better using this. All right, so as you can see, I probably used 10 colors. So a lot of people think that I don't want to use a lot of colors. I only want to use 6 colors. So some people say to me, I only want to use 6 colors. If you tell me that, I can't help you because you can't tell me how many colors you want to use. I can only tell you how many colors is going to be great enough for the details in your work. So you can't do that. I always do, depending on the image, I might go up. So I might put 20 colors. So for that photo, and I'm going to show you that in a few minutes, but for that photo of the young man, I started out with 20 colors, even though it's a black and white, which is a bunch of grays and black. I used 20 different colors. And then once you do that, you scale it down. The reason why you use more colors is because more colors will show all of the detail that you need, including shadows, including the small lines, the thick lines, the curves that you need. You need all of them, and then those that you don't want, you can start decreasing them. So it's best to have more and start decreasing it than to have less and you don't have no, because I'm not an artist. I can't create it. I can only go along what it shows me. So with this, I did 20. Um, with that, I did 20, and I'm gonna show you how it looked if I did maybe 10. So if I did 10, it's a difference, which is crazy, but it is. It's a difference. So I'm going to use, how many colors is on there? So there is 3 colors on there. So I'm going to use 4 because that's what you guys do. You look at how many colors is on there, how many colors I'm going to need, and that's what I'm going to use. So I'm going to do exactly what some of you may do and show you how it comes out. This is how it comes out. This is 5 colors, which is crazy because it's only showing me 4 colors, but this is 5 colors. So it's best to go up and go down. It's best to do that. So with the Winnie the Pooh, those lines that are not connecting is, let's look at the, you see all those lines and you see them scattered everywhere. Those lines are unconnecting lines. Those lines need to come together, because if it doesn't, then you're gonna see a whole lot of what you call them things, disappearing lines. So if you ever did a project, especially something like this, and you had, it looks good, right? It looks like I could do this, I can crochet this, I can make a nice blanket with this. But then when you crochet it, it's gonna have the disappearing lines, because that's exactly what it is. If you look, you have these little squares that are not really connecting to each other. So that's why I connect them. When I start connecting them, there's like it's a strategic way to do it, to actually make it look like what it needs to look like. See what I'm saying? Like, as I'm doing this, if I put it on the inside, it may look different than if I put it on the outside. So I just play around with it. Being that I've been doing this for a while, I kind of sort of know what to do and how to do it. But for you, you might want to just play around with it. And that's what I would do. I would just play around with it and connect all the lines. So once you start connecting the lines, that's when it starts to look like what it's supposed to look like. See? See all the lines that are coming together? It's starting to look like what it needs to look like. And that's what you want. You want it to look good, have a nice good outline, and you're good to go. And then once you do all of that and have all those connected lines, then you start adding whatever you need to add, or take away what you need to take away as far as of colors. But just go up, because as of right now, it's showing me like it was like 5 different yellows, but we only need one. So all right, so now I'm going to show you this. The image that I had showed you with this young man, this is me basically taking those unconnected lines um and making it into something that has very little unconnected lines. So I had to do a lot of ad-libbing, and this is what I do creating when it comes to creating photos. I do a lot of ad libbing, a lot of ad libbing. And what I mean by ad libbing is I add a lot, I take away a lot, because I want it to look good. But not only is it going to look good, it's going to when she crochet it, is going to be even better. All right. So you see this? This is how I'm starting to form it. There's still some unconnected lines in there like this. If you could see, there is random dots everywhere. I don't need those random dots, but I'm eventually going to get rid of them. I'm going to scale them down, but I don't want to get rid of them right away, because if I got rid of them right away, then I'm going to lose the detail. Let me show you something. So the beard, if you saw the beard, you saw how there was so many different lines. Let me see if I could show you how I showed her. I showed her how it looked before. Um, yeah, I showed her how it looked before I cleaned it up. So I'm gonna show you that how it looks before I clean it up. I don't know how I get to from Mike Myers. I always do that. How I get from Mike Myers to this? I always do that, but I rather show you the right way so you can see. Because unconnected lines, a lot of people don't agree with me, and that's fine. But then everybody's always asking, how do you get yours to look like that? Well, those unconnected lines are something that I take real serious. All right, so if you can see, look close, you see all of those random dots. All of those random dots is, matter of fact, let me put you up there like that. All of those little tiny random dots will drive someone crazy. But can you tell that included in those random dots, there's shadows? Can you see where the shadows is at? Can you tell that the shadows are around and I could still keep those shadows and still make it look like a good beard? So that's what I did. I kept those shadows. Yep, I kept the shadows and I was still able to make the beard look good without having all of those random colors. Because if I didn't scale down those colors, she would have to use at least 30 different grays and blacks and stuff like that. And no, 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 it's not necessary. We don't need to use those many colors. So, and I'm still scaling it down. I'm still in the process of scaling it down because as of right now, it's a lot still on there. But like I said, I use those colors just to guide me. Um, let me show you back. Let me show you the actual graph because those are, where is it? Oh man, it disappeared. Those are the details that I decided to keep. So a lot of times there are details that you want to get rid of and there's details that you would want to delete. So that's what I did. I found the details that I wanted to get rid of and I found the details that I wanted to keep.
I like.
Right? I think this is like one of the best ones that I did. Before that, I loved Sharice's, and I used to always show Sharice's because Sharice's niece is so beautiful, and I love it because it was a memorial, and it was just so nice. It was just so nice. And now that I'm doing this one, the reason why I think this one is the best thing to use for the I know I ran away from Mike, right? Like, he just gonna give me the tip too? Oh hell no. I need more than the tip.
You
So,
weren't ready for it.
oh Lord. So the I just realized what I said.
And then I'm sitting here sucking on a popsicle, right?
Oh Jesus. Take the wheel. Help me. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do it like that. I really didn't. But I didn't. But see, the detail that I actually left in the beard was because if you leave it plain, it's gonna look cartoonish. So you don't want it to look cartoonish. You want it to look like it's like lifelike. You want it to look like a portrait. You want it to look good. So that's why I did that. And the detail that I left in there, like the different shadings, I left that in there on purpose because it shows that he dressed very well. Because at first I wasn't going to do that. I was going to leave it alone. But you could tell that he dressed very well. He's about his business. And all of that I see because I'm crazy
It
for
smell
art. I love
good.
art. I love art. I love looking at an image and showing like all of the things that you can see in an image. And when I look at this, it tells me so much. And I didn't want to say this, but when I finish this, it's gonna look like an album cover because I don't know him, but just by looking at his position and his stance, the way the image is and the colors, to me, It's almost like the Biggie's album, one of his first album, the way he is in that album, the way it was, the picture and the wording. I'm thinking if I put the wording on there, the back of his head, not wording, but his name in the back of his head, but make it look more like it's bam, his name, and bam, it's a legend. I think that will really make it pop. And guess what, y'all? This is not no queen or queen. I don't need to make a queen or queen size, a queen or king size, just to keep those details. No, no. I had this is a twin Afghan, twin size. So if you have those big, 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 long, gigantic graphs that you purchase from people, it's because either they short-handing you because it's easy to just put 300 by 300 for a graph. It's easy because when you use the image, it's easier to just put it to make it bigger because you have way more squares. So it's real easy. When you make it smaller, it's more work. So they're going to make it huge because they want to either hurry up and finish it, hurry up and sell it, or it's just less work. So if you have a grapher that turns them out like this and your graphs are like 300 by 300, that's why. Because my rate for people actually crocheting my stuff, my rate is higher than anyone else because I look at that too. I look at who's gonna actually crochet my stuff versus those people who graph and graph and graph and don't crochet. So if you want a business, you want to make sure that your stuff is not only good quality, unique, but it's also a size that someone can actually do. And once you make it a size that someone can actually do, they will actually do it. So your rate will bring you to the top for someone actually completing it. You don't understand how many people they don't know. They purchase the graph, but don't realize this is huge. This is too big. I can't do this. I'm not going to finish it. And then what they do, they come to me. Can you do this? Can you make it smaller? There's a lot of people who left their current graphers to come to me because they want their stuff smaller. So that's something that you need to take into consideration when, yes, size matters. Size definitely matters. Thank you, Miss B. Don't forget to like and share. Don't forget, like and share. And subscribe, like my son said. Like, share, and subscribe. I love you. I love you. All right, so I thought that this would be the perfect tutorial because it's actually showing you how it was when it was the actual image, how I made it black and white, how I was able to take all those unconnected lines and line them together. So it doesn't mean to the young lady who this image is, it doesn't mean that you have to change the look, because I think your question was how can you make it how can you connect the lines and not distort the image. So sometimes if it looks like you're going to distort it, don't use it. Just don't use it, don't add it, because you may not it may not look good either way you look at it. It may not look good. If you have to take it out, take it out. If you have to keep it, but then make it like ad lib to it. If you have to put something there just to hide it, because that's sometimes I do that too. Sometimes I would add certain things to hide it. I know, right? He is the best. Went there and brought the graphs. Oh, sad. Thank you, Cece. Yeah, so that's what I wanted to show you about this. This right here is a perfect example on how you take an actual photo and all those connected line unconnected lines and put them and make them connected so that when you crochet it, it doesn't look like your stuff is disappearing. So and you have the actual detail, and the detail is not going to look blurry. Because that's another question I always get. How can you make your images look good and not look blurry? Because the only reason why it looks blurry is because you are not um emphasizing your detail. You're not making it bold like I did, your detail. And you're using the cheap damn software. So that's just it. Whatever. Okay, so the Mike Myers, the one that I'm coming back to, because I kind of sort of left you, Mike, but yeah, I'm back. So but look, they got my other crochet mentor, Nettie Vanessa is my other crochet mentor. Hey, boo. She's the other one. So you guys saw my aunt. If you didn't see it, you need to look at it because now my aunt is popular now because of my podcast. She is popular now, like way popular. So all right. So now I noticed that I already graphed a little bit of this. I graphed a little of this, and I just wanted to show you how I add. I just realized something. I don't know. Do I want it like this or do I not? I'm thinking. Do I want the background black or what? I don't know. She didn't say, but I'm going to take it out. No, you know what? I am going to need to take away the background. I'm going to need to. So, how am I going to do that? I'm going to cover all of this. And so, again, like I said in the beginning, I problem solve. I am problem solving. How am I going to do this? How am I going to do that? That's basically what I do. Right now, I'm just trying to find a way how I get rid of the background because I don't want the background to be black. I want it to be a different color, and that way I can add um the words that she wanted me to add to it. So that means there's a hole in here somewhere. I just need to make sure I get rid of that hole. So can't you tell? Like, this is a lot of work. Like, when you get people like, is it finished yet? Is it finished yet? Is it finished yet? And then I'm not just doing one person, I'm doing like a lot at one time. I currently have maybe 38 requests, and I didn't even look at the log. So it's probably more, but I think I have like 38. All right, so let me see. Okay, so now how do I fix that? I don't have time to do that, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to merge the colors so that I don't have to worry about doing um getting rid of this one by one. I don't want to get rid of it one by one, so I'm just gonna merge all the colors together. In between here, that's where it's at, and all where the knife is all in here. So I'm just gonna merge it from the black to the gray. Now all the gray area that was gray is now black. And now I am going to get rid of what was here. Now, this I might just go all the way around just to make it, look better. Just to make it look better, I might go all the way around. But being that I'm doing this live, I'm going to do a shortcut because this might take me a while. So I'm going to do that. Get rid of all that black. Okay. Now, how am I going to add that name that I had just did on my phone? How am I going to do that? So I'm going to get it. And put it on the software. So this is going to be like a twin size. So the twin size that I usually do is around 150 by 200. 150 by 200 is twin size, if you didn't know that. It could be a little bigger, a little less, depending on your tension, the yarn, and your hook size. It could be a little bigger or a little smaller, but generally, I always use 150 by 200. Um, and that's like an Afghan. Anything smaller, like 150 by 150, you may be able to use that for an adult, but they may not, like, it may not fit on your bed completely, and it will be not a rectangle, it will be a square. So just keep that in mind. It may not be the size to fit on a bed, but something that someone might want to use for like decoration. 150 by 150 may be good, but you can't use 150 by 150 on everything because this image right here may be okay to use 150 by 150, but to add the name and the lettering and stuff like that, you definitely need something that's going to go on the top and on the bottom. And so because it's going to go on the top and in the bottom, you need to elongate it, make it a little taller. So that's what's making it the extra 50. So maybe an extra 25 on the top and an extra 25 on the bottom, which will be 150 by 200. So in the ebook, if you have the ebook that I created, which is now on Amazon, the ebook that I created it has the actual measurement. It has the measurements. So it'll tell you like if you are trying to accomplish a square or a certain type of graph that may be like really long, you need to know what size to make it. Because if you don't make it the right size, it's not gonna come out right at all. Size definitely matters. And you don't want your image to be to look unproportioned. So if I was to take Mike Myers and make it into like somebody will probably want a wall, like a wall hanging. So if I made that into a pillow, which I can't say I will, because that's a lot of detail, but if I was to take it and make it into something smaller, it's gonna lose a lot of detail and it's not going to be that shape. It's gonna be a different shape. It's definitely gonna be a different shape. Okay, so now I'm going to get the wording and add that to my actual image. So do not ask how. I do it. 9 times out of 10, I don't know how. I have no idea sometimes how I do it. How am I able to get from um this image to the next image? How am I able to get this to over there and make it fit? Sometimes I have to do it a couple of times. But the main thing I do know is Mike Myers' size is 150. But I didn't make it a whole 120 because I knew I had to add the wording at the top and on the bottom. So I allowed the import wizard to scale it for me. I know I need the width of 150. So take that image, which is the Mike Myers image, and I'm gonna show you. It did 175. So it's about 175. So that's what happened. I made it 150. Actually, I'm lying. I did that. Now that I'm looking at it, yep, I did that. So instead of it being the actual size, I made it into 175. So I made 150, which is the width, and the length 175. So that means the extra amount that I'm going to add on the top and the bottom is going to be a little bit more. So let me see. Once I add 200, there we go. So I can add whatever to the top and whatever to the bottom. Now, the bottom, I don't have too much to worry about because the bottom is where Mike is going to go, but is also going to be underneath that knife. Um, I decided also I don't really use the text a lot that comes with the software. I 9 times out of 10 will do the text on my own and then graph it. Now, depending on the actual image, I might just use it, but a lot of times it's not going to be the size I want it, or um the text may not look good. So that's something you got to take into consideration. All right, so now I'm just making this a little larger so that I can have some space to do whatever I need to do. So here we go. So I'm moving it around so that I have space. So if I need it, I don't have to worry about not being able to use it. Okay. You know what? Let me move this just in case I can't use it. All right. So now I'm going to take the top part and I'm going to press copy. Now I'm going to go to over here and I'm going to make this a little larger as well. I'm going to make it larger so I can move it around and play with it. Actually, I needed to be longer too. I have room to play around with it. So I'm going to make that right there. Now let me paste this. Now I'm going to get the I promise. Now, again, I'm not sure if I'm going to put it where I said I was going to put it. I'm going to just right now look to see how it looked first. Right now, we're just playing around with it. Yeah, I don't think that will work right now. So in the meantime, I'm just going to move that up. Now let me get Mike, the name. So again, this is why it takes me a while, because not only do I have to look for the picture, not only do I have to pay for the picture, download the picture, edit the picture. Once I edit the picture, I have to make sure that it's going to be the right size. If it's not the right size, I have to do it again. Graph it. Um, and I'm not even finished graphing it. This is just an example. So there's way more to it than what you think. So if you saw how I did it on the app, I took away the I and like the middle part to make it look like mic. The mic is in between the knife. That's why I did it that way. Just so that it looks like the knife is slashing the I and the K, or at least going through it. So that's how I do it. I just do it little by little and play around with it. I'm not feeling this right here. Um, just the tip. So what I would do is I would go back and redo it, but when I redo it, I will put just the tip, I promise, going around. So it will start from like maybe midway, like right here, and put just the tip, and then it will go all around to I promise. I'm thinking of doing it that way because I don't know where else I will put I promise. She wants the name on here, so wait a minute. She just sent me a message saying I like just the tip mic. Really, girl? That's what you want? All right. So, boom. She wanted like this. So, maybe I need to show y'all more often. Maybe you can see. I can show y'all more often what I'm doing. You might like it better. Or sometimes I just try to do what you asked me to do and you wanted the name. So, okay. Just the tip. So, I would move this around. I'm gonna show you how I would do that, because if I move it right now, it's not going to be a good idea to move it now, because then I'm gonna mess up Mike. And I don't want to mess Mike up because I just graphed him. So I'm going to add it back. I know, right? Just the tip. Oh my God, Mike. Oh my girl, you know you gotta show me this when you finish. You definitely got to show this to me when you finish. I didn't even know you was watching. So, what I may do is make it a little bit longer. So, if I make it a little longer, it'll fit perfect. Yeah. If I make it a little longer, it's going to open up that curve a little bit. And that way it's going to go perfect over Mike a little bit more, because I'm still not finished. I'm going to exaggerate his hair. I'm gonna make his hair come out more. So when it comes out more, this can go like there on top and look like it's touching just the tip. So it looks like his hair is touching the letter. And so as I'm graphing, I always do this. I have an issue with it. I can see that I want to change it around, or I might see that I want to add this or add that, or make the detail look like this and make the detail look like that. That's how I do it. That's how I do it. That's how I do it. So I think I'm satisfied with that. I'm gonna keep it like that. But I think I'm satisfied. So what y'all think? Y'all have any questions? You think you would add something different? You think you would do something different? Or what do you think would look better? Because that's how you're able to get graphs that are going to be different and that will pop. If you are So I know that a lot of people look for inspiration and they go around looking at other people's graphs and or other people's work just to get ideas on how you may want to do it. Now, I used to do that and I stopped. The reason why I stopped is because I don't like doing what other people are doing. I just like to be different. I just like to be me. So if it just so happens that we have the same graph, it's not going to be the exact same graph. You know why? Because I always devitize mine. Unless someone just wants it plain and don't want me to touch it, that's a different story. A lot of times people want me to devitize it, but a lot of times people don't. So it depends on who it is and what I'm actually doing. Like I just got an order for a portrait and she just wanted the name. She doesn't want me to do anything different, just the name. Actually, I'm lying. She wanted me to do change the table because they're sitting at a table. So not only am I going to do that, I'm scaring myself. So not only am I changing the table, I am going to add something there, but I'm not gonna say it because I'm gonna surprise her. So that's what I try to do. I try to surprise my supporters. So when you order something from me, I try to like give that wow factor. I don't always meet the mark because what you may have in your brain may not be in what is in my brain. But if you're going to do this for a business, I would definitely listen to your supporters, but I will also ask if you can debitize it. Now, because I've been doing this for a while and they see so much of my work, they trust me. Some with others, someone told me that they started doing that and they was like, "No, I just want what I want." Well, you got to show more of your work. You have to show more of your work. You have to show what you can do and they start trusting you because my work sell for myself. So that's something you have to start building your support system and building the trust that you have with your support system. And that's basically it. So if you want to purchase the ebook, it's now at Amazon and it's in the description below at Amazon. Just click on that link. I am also not only do I have that, I also have Graph Like a Diva. If you join um the Graph Like a Diva YouTube membership, you do have access to videos that others do not have access to, and you are able to do one-on-ones with me as well as I can do like a group thing. Lately, no one has not been asking for anything. I think I did like 3 one-on-ones, but that's it. No one has not asked me to do anything else. You guys are like so boring. But yeah, so you could do that if you want to do this as a business, if you want to learn just so that you don't have to buy anymore. I do know some people they use it for like simple graphs, right? They learn like my girl Valley Valley is on and popping. If you are in our group and you see Valley, we've known each other for a minute now, and she's been in my group since like way back when. She took my class and she learned how to graph. So now she grabs her own. She grabs her own work. And if she has something that she can't do, or she feels like, I can't do this, this is too hard, can you do it for me? Then she'll pay me to do it. But other than that, I think I'm like that around the girl chick that people go to when they can't get what they need to get from somebody else, then they come to me. I'm just that chick, I guess. If you can't get it from that other person, then you're just gonna call me and be like, Shauna, I need you to do this because I can't get it anywhere else, or no one else can do it, but I know you could do it. Yeah, so that's the chick that I am, and that's who people, they come to me when they need that. But there's no more questions. Any more questions? So I'm gonna finish up like I said, the image, the portrait, and make it into. I so can't wait to it's like I really think it's like the best one so far. Um, before This is the other one that I did for Cherise, which is her niece. I'll show it to you because this is my favorite as well. Um, when I did it for Cherise, it actually was hard for me in the beginning to do it. It was very hard to do it. But I actually was able to accomplish it, finish it, and I just need for Cherise to finish it now. I need for you to finish it, girl. Um, what is the name that I don't remember. What is the name? I think I know the name. I think I put it under her actual name. No. I don't remember what I put it under, but um that one was beautiful. Like really beautiful. Right. Okay. I was spelling her name right. So why isn't it coming up? Maybe I put it under something else. What's the name that I use? Wait a minute, Miss B, you're unique. Ah, no, that's not the one. I did add his name to it. His name is almost like mine, so I remember his name. No, I'm talking about the other one that Sharice. Her, I know I have it. I know I have it because I found it. I found it. I did have it under that name. It's just I used it in a different computer. That's why. That's why it didn't come up. All right, I got it. Let me pull it up. I had a different computer at the time, so that's why. But it's coming up now. Yeah, this is the one that I loved before because her favorite color is purple, and I added a little fairy at the bottom, and I don't know, I just loved it. I love because to me, I think the simplicity of it, the innocence of it, and the purple color just makes it pop. I just loved it, and she's so beautiful. It made it easier for me to actually like it and love it. But yeah, thank you guys for allowing me to do these things to showcase it. I don't like adding it for like videos or anything because this is yours. You know what I'm saying? Like this is a loved one. So I never wanted to use it unless I asked. So thank you for allowing me to use it. And not only were you allowing me to use it, allowing me to actually graph it so that you can create it and make it into a beautiful keepsake. Isn't it beautiful, Z? Isn't it beautiful? I'm just like, wow, I'm so blessed because you don't understand. Like, I love what I do. I really do. I love what I do. I love taking the creativity and making it into like a really nice keepsake. I love it. But if there's no other questions, I'm gonna go eat because I'm hungry. I'm doing a Haitian flag now, so don't mind me. I don't need this no more. I am not doing no Winnie the Pooh. No, 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 no. No Winnie the Pooh. What else? There you go. There you go. I don't know. Is his name Sean? I did not mean to do that. I don't want to save this. I don't know if his name is Sean, but I think this is beautiful. I think this is so dope. You guys need to learn how to do photos. Like this is so dope. This is my two favorite of all time. with y'all permission, I would like to use this for my website, and I would just put this like a memorial for them, like on my website with y'all permission, because I love it. I just love it. I need a color one too. But wait until I make his with the background that's gonna look like a album color with his name. Oh my, yes! I can't wait. I have it in my head. I just gotta execute it. I love it. I love it. You guys are the bomb. Thank you. And so again, you want to learn how to do this, either join the membership or get the ebook. I am not doing any more classes for this. Only the ones who are in the Diva Squad or get the ebook. But anyone, I am not doing any more classes. I am classed out for graphing. When it comes to that, I can't do that no more. I think my last class was 2 years ago. I can't do it. And I promised myself I'm not doing any more classes. I'm going to do the ebook. And if you buy the ebook, I will do more tutorials, because I do know that with the ebook, it can be overwhelming and you need some more, like, can you help me? And that's why I did the membership. And that's why I said I will hook you up if you are a Diva Squad member. So make sure you subscribe, like. I be forgetting to do all of this. I got the best moderators. My moderators are the bombs, because I be forgetting. I really do. But I want to learn. I'm convinced. Yes, this right here is something that I was not planning on doing at all. Graphing was not something I thought I was ever gonna do. It grew on me. And let me tell you, I decided to do um no more graphings, no more graphing. I decided to make clothes and baby items, and that's what my niche was gonna be. Like 4.5 years ago, I decided I was not doing graphings anymore. It was just too much, and I was getting bored, and my focus was going towards seeing other people with clothes and baby items. So that's what I was gonna do. And you wanna know what? My girl Gail said, girl, bye. You know you lying. You know, she tore me up, man. She tore me up, told me off. No, you not. You know good and well that's not what you going to do. I'm like, really? Yes, I am. Not even 2 months later, I can't get away from graph ganning. Every time I turn around, somebody was asking me to make a blanket or graph something. I couldn't get away from it, no matter what I did. So I decided to embrace it. I decided to embrace my graphganism and keep it. And now it's like, I don't know what I would do without it. I don't know why I even thought I was going to venture off anywhere else, because this is where I want to be. I've been doing it for so many years. I've made countless amounts of grabs. I probably did like over, like, I keep saying 5,000, but it has to be over 5,000, because I have a thing where I store all my images, and at one point I was only able to keep 2,500. Yeah, 2,500, 2,500. Once you hit that, you had to go to the next level. So I did that. I went to the next level. The next level was 5,000. About a year and a half ago, it said I reached a 5,000. But what I did was, um instead of going to the next one, I just decided to delete everything. I just started delete it and delete it and delete it. And so I was deleting just the images, not the graphs, just the images. I started deleting the images. So I know for a fact it's way over 5,000 graphs, but I wound up getting the whole entire unlimited plan now. So now I have the unlimited plan. And that was like almost 2 years ago. So I know it's way more than 5,000. It's probably like 10,000 now. But I've been doing it for so long, and it was a point in time where I didn't want to do it anymore. There was a point in time where I just didn't want to have anything to do with graph scanning. or graphing because I had some really bad, bad, bad experiences and I was depressed. When you're depressed, it tends to make you want to not do what you want to do. But I'm so glad I got out of that funk. And yes, I listen to Gail, Nettie. I listen to Gail. So this is all I do now. I don't even do a lot of actual crocheting anymore because most of my money is creating. So that's what I do now. I do more creating and my other little passive income things. I make more money doing that than actually crocheting. So all right, so that's it, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me on another Chronicles of a Crochet Diva. Tomorrow I'm going to do something else for Mentor Monday. But if you ever need me to do anything that you're having problems with, let me know. If you have questions and you want me to do a video on it, let me know. Just hit me up and say, can you please do this video? And I will do it for you. But I will see you tomorrow, Mentor Monday, 7 p.m. I'm going to do like an extended version of today. So you guys have a good evening and I will see you tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern time.